Hey, hello everybody, welcome to another live Arkham Horror the card game deck building video. Today we're going to be doing Beyblade Pete. Now you might be asking, what the heck's a Beyblade? Well, back in like the 2000s and 90s, it's probably just the 2000s.
It was like early 2000s, I think like 2002 to 5 was when it was really big about.
Yeah, there's a game, Let Her Rip, and they spun and they were just tops that fought and everyone was like, yes! 2000s Pogs, we've done it!
They were really cool. I don't know, they still exist, eh?
Oh, I'm not surprised actually.
Man, no, I am. If I had to pick like one fad from early 2000s that was going to make it to like 2020, I would not pick Beyblades.
Yeah.
That's pretty fair.
So our Beyblade today is David Renfield, and we're going to see how many times we can spin David Renfield. So let's start adding some deck. We'll do it the taboo list, please, because we're adults. David Renfield. We want 2
Yeah,
copies.
that's 2 of our slots gone. We got to play Inspiring Presence.
But the other thing I was thinking is we need a way to remove the doom that's not just we advance the thing. So like we probably need some Moonlight Rituals as well.
That's Future Us's problem. We can focus on the spinning first.
I think we can probably do it without Moonlight Ritual. I think we should
our
play.
thoughts are better with something else.
I think we should play that green card that you exhaust and you get +1 to your skill value for each 5 money you have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because how much money are we gonna have?
But let's
we do
do
need something to do with our money.
Yeah, we need something to do. Yeah, so this deck is we need something to do with our money for sure. Is that called High Roller, Bryn? What's it called?
Oh, that one's called like Well Connected.
I mean, that's well connected.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's also an asset that exhausts, and we can discard cards to ready.
Yes.
We need ways to abuse our discard synergy as well. So, like, probably Glimmer of Hope is really good here.
Yeah.
So never gonna run out of money for it.
Yep.
We gotta play Resourceful.
Oh yeah.
Scrounge for supplies.
Oh yeah, the things that have to be here, and then honestly, as well,
like
we're gonna
Lucky.
put Lucky in here because you got to put it in red, but we'll see if it makes the cut.
Yeah.
So, ways to manage the doom on David.
Yes.
Obviously, yeah, we can spend our off-class slots on it. Personally, I'm thinking calling in favors.
Yeah, always good. Even if we don't have any other allies, we just bring him back.
Yeah, like my other thought on this matter is like we play that stupid Raven and the Stray Cat. Then we can just like run one of them out and like punt David away.
No, it's probably the Mysterious Raven, not Spectral Raven. I'm like, they sound like the same thing. We can't put this in our deck?
Why not?
I don't know. Let me try looking it through this. There we go. That was weird.
It's probably just because it's from the starter deck and it's like new.
It's not letting me remove cards either. Weird. All right, sure. We'll find it. Okay.
If we keep the Well Connected, then we can probably make pretty reasonable use out of those play from your graveyard events.
Yes. Which I always forget the names, so I'm just gonna find them.
Wing It is the clue one.
Yeah, Winging It is clue, improvised weapon is fight.
What the?
And the other one's bad, so whatever.
Yeah, and the other one's like some sort of barricade or whatever, but it's like evade.
We don't need it.
It's an impromptu barricade, but
who cares?
All right. So we have Glimmer of Hope, improvised weapons, and Winging It for kind of like the discard package. The cards we're happy to discard.
Yeah.
Glimmer of Hope is very good for that because it never ends. And David, he wants it to end, but it won't. Okay.
He does. Is Inspiring Presence innate? I think it is.
I think so.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's like that's further down the road. That's further down the road. I'll think about that in a minute.
We could look at playing upgraded a chance encounter, so that way after we kill off our David, we can get him back and start again.
I like that.
Okay, I think that it's mad at me that we have one too many off-color cards, so I'm going to just remove one of these well-connecteds. Just for right now. All right, so a chance encounter.
If we want more of those off-color cards, we can also play Versatile.
All right, I'm just going to save and figure out why it's not letting me add cards like through that. There we go.
Yeah, okay.
Just some angry code. It was like, you cannot do this.
This is against the rules.
Fix it. All right. All right, what else are we looking at? So, what else are we spending our money on besides well-connected? Are we just...
We could play, like, Scrapper and, like... or the other one. What the hell is it called? Dig Deep.
We'll put them in now, but maybe we can come up with something that's even more exciting.
Yeah, red cards aren't super exciting. You should know that.
I do know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So in a perfect wheel, we can spin David 3 times a turn.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Will to Survive is probably really good if we're buffing up like a stat for a turn.
Yeah,
it's really good with dig deep and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna just scroll through these assets to see if there's anything else that's exciting.
We really don't have a ton of options for stuff to do with our money.
No, probably not. And if we do have things to spend our money on, like Fire Axe, you don't get the value out of it.
Yeah. We have too much.
Like Lucky.
Moonstone. We could play Moonstone.
We could play Moonstone.
Yeah, like, normally the complaint about this card is that the 3 resources are a little tough to come by.
Not with David.
Yeah, like, this is going to be easy.
Yeah, Red doesn't care about money. Red actually wants no money.
Maybe we should buy Versatiles then and play like some garbage green cards or blue cards that care
Travis, you just cracked this egg wide open.
The only trouble with buying Versatile is that it makes it less likely that we'll find our David. And if we don't find David, like, we don't have any money.
I mean, but at the same time, if we don't find David, we have just Duke.
Yeah. Like if we don't have David, we can just play as an MP deck.
And if we're playing Calling in Favors, like that's a pretty reasonable searcher for David.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if all I'm saying is that if our deck is like 35 or 40 cards, like thick,
I think even just one Versatile would be good. Just one of them to get 5 more like green cards that we can do things with.
We can only get 1 green card. We get 5 more cards in our deck, but one of them is green.
Oh, it's
This is true.
Yeah. So like we get to add 1 off-color card, but we have to add 4 other cards to our deck.
Oh, you get 1 other card, but okay, that.
Yeah. If it were like +5 and you got 5 of the level 0,
it would be insane.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I always wanted to be because it's like actually interesting, but.
Yeah, like as it is, I think if we buy Versatile, it just decreases our deck's consistency.
Mm-hmm.
And like the trade-off is probably not worth it. Like we could put another well-connected in. Like well-connected is really cool for this pile. And like maybe we play 2 of them instead of 2 Inspiring Presence, but that means less spinning David.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, is the deck just like? Because if you look at your curve, like, so let's just like brainstorm a bit. Like we cut the Will to Survives,
we
right?
can just add much cards for our deck and then play Flare.
Yeah. Oh no, 100%. I honestly think like so instead of like looking like things like for Scrapper or Dig Deep, what if like the only thing we do with our money is just get like +15 because we have like 400 resources?
Yeah, that's like pretty real.
Because then if you look at these things, like the only thing we'd have to cut from that is the Will to Survives and the Dig Deeps and the Scrappers, right? And just focus on well-connected.
Oh, that could be a thing.
Yeah. I do think we should take one versatile so we can play the second copy of Well Connected then.
I agree with that.
Like I said, we can play Flare to offsets to make it so we're more likely to find David.
I do think as well, we probably, and we also do want the Inspiring Presence as well. Like, we want 2 Well Connecteds and 2 Inspiring Presence and 2 Davids. So, I agree, 1 versatile. It will chunk it up, but with the flares, that will be easier to manage.
Yeah, we're adding like 4 cards to a deck, but like basically 2 of them are going to be flare. So. Yeah. Not literally, but effectively.
All right, let's try this out. Let's take out the things that cost a lot of money or like are also money sinks and see where we're at. So we need to add 2 more cards.
Guts. I vote for Guts.
Yeah, Guts is like kind of always good.
No, I vote for Perseverance.
Perseverance?
Yeah, it's like Guts, but sometimes you don't die.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah. Cool.
We could play Able-Bodied in this deck because we're not actually playing items, because items cost money.
Except for Moonstone.
Yeah, and like Moonstone puts us in like the +2 bracket.
I kind of want to shave Moonstone, but I don't know. Maybe we'll leave that for the upgrades.
Yeah, so if the worst
the second copy is not like as bad as it usually is, but it's still not great.
Yeah, like we can just pitch it, right?
Yeah, but we're not getting value out of it.
What do you mean? David will make so much value. No, but I see what you're saying, Travis. Like honestly, getting down to even 1 Moonstone during upgrades is probably fine, right?
Yeah, but with the versatile, we also have like a bunch more deck space that we need to fill up.
Yeah, in that case, it just hanging out is nice.
Like if it's just hanging out, like whatever, we're probably not going to see both of them in a game anyway.
Oh yeah, no, it's just an option for it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think as well, it's kind of strange, but like in the long term, Lucky's probably not great in here. But getting upgraded Lucky's is also still good because when you're like the goal is to be like +8 for a test. You're looking at your Lucky being like, let's go.
Don't really have too much else going on for that, so
maybe the Moonstone, one of the Moonstones does eat it, and we end up like turning it into like upgrade path into a Nightmare Bauble.
Yes, 100%.
Because with the Well Connected, like once we're at like +8, like how do we fail our skill test?
Yeah,
right.
Definitely. Should we look at this and be like, yeah, this is good? I think this is a good starting point.
Yeah, I like it.
Cool. Yeah, because we don't need the Well Connected in the first one. Like this other stuff will get, like the second one. This other stuff will get us there.
Like Duke will carry you through like 2, maybe 3 scenarios on his own.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. All right.
Duke's pretty good.
Okay, I have the numbers here. It's like I always forget the numbers. That's a lie. I have them written down on a card right here.
I have a reference card right in front of me.
All right, we have earned 8 experience. Boop.
Versatile is 3.
2.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my god. And then 2 flares is
2.
2.
And
then we could play just calling in favors. I mean, not calling in flavors.
Calling forth the old ones.
Let's play that.
Exactly,
I like it. 12 Doom, that's a lot. We'll have that on David in no time.
No time. We'll hit that and advance our agenda easily.
All right. Fucking chance encounter. That's it. A chance encounter. We could do those for the other 4.
Yeah. No, I like chance encounter.
Sure.
Because then, like, if we pitch him to put like the Mysterious Raven or the Stray Cat into play, because his Doom's gotten too high, we can just put him back into play.
Yep.
Fuck. All right. Oh my god, it's not letting me do it like that. All right, so. Okay, now we need to add 3 cards, I think. So
I vote for that.
One is Well Connected, yeah.
I don't like that. This is a video where I'm gonna search the cards so I'm not scrolling for everybody watching at home, and then Arkham DB is like, well, we'll see about that.
Nice try. How many innate skills do we currently have in the deck?
2.
Just like run some unexpected courage or some shit.
I vote for the 0-costed card from Innsmouth that puts 3 curse tokens and 3 bless tokens into the deck and is fast and draws you a card. I don't know what the hell it's called though.
Twist.
It's neutral.
Yeah, it's not Twist Fate.
Yeah.
Tempt Fate?
It's something Fate.
Tempt Fate. Yeah. That's the one. I vote for that one because we kind of get to grief our teammates with it a little bit, where we're like, we don't actually care about these -2 tokens.
Yeah,
because we're running our tests too high. But also, honestly, it's just free and draws us a card.
And honestly, if you want to discard it, no one's you're not going to miss it too much.
Yeah, it's fine. It like effectively doesn't increase our deck size because if we draw it, we just play it and draw a different card.
All right, I think that's good. So I'll save this.
Yeah.
And be like, this was our first upgrade. So we got Versatile, 2 Chance Encounters, and 2 Flares. And now we're looking at a 35 card. We have our Well Connected, our Inspiring Presence, and our Davids. They're ready to rock. Dude, the Scrounge for Supplies, grabbing Inspiring Presence after you play it to spin him 4 times in 1 turn.
Oh, man. And then you can use Resourceful to get your Scrounge for Supplies back.
6 times in 1 turn!
That's a lot of action. I think that's too many actions, Justin.
Yeah, it might be too many actions, but who cares?
For Inspiring Presence to work.
Who cares?
No, it's 6 times. It's no problem. All right. No, because you just commit. You always just stay with your friends to be like, look how rich I am, and then just commit Inspiring Presence all the time. Okay. Next upgrades. We have 6 experience to work with.
Does this deck need anything else?
No, but it's red, so we're gonna assume we spent 1 on an upgrade flare on a flare.
We could just like slam the Red Glove Man into it.
Yeah, like we could be jamming the Red Glove Man. Like he's a solid way to pitch David. We've got all the cards that enable him anyway. But yeah, like Nightmare Bauble for a Moonstone.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like that.
And then we might as well grab a Lucky too while we're here. With that remaining 2.
I don't think that this deck needs Lucky. I don't think we're going to be failing tests ever.
I agree. But, like, I also, like... We are our own red-gloved man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
This is true.
Like, it does just give us another option if we can't find the Well-Connected, right?
It's true.
Yeah, like, we don't have any ways to dig for Well-Connected, so we're, like, kind of just hard mulliganing for it. Are there any red cards that can draw you cards?
No.
I mean, I guess there's like
a skill doesn't even draw you a card.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucky replaces itself.
Yeah.
Oh, you Catastrophe for only when we draw the red shit.
And we get to ready to go, baby. Yeah, you know, it's...
I guess we could theoretically play that stupid Patrice card that Travis hates.
Nothing left to lose.
I was gonna say, I was looking at it right now, nothing left to lose.
Yeah.
Because we're just throwing our cards away like all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That also digs for Well-Connected.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
cool.
like the resource part, it's like whatever. We're probably not.
Sure.
I don't think we have XP for it.
No, because we spent.
Because we have to rebuy a flare, right?
Oh yeah, so yeah, flare. It doesn't just assume 5. You want another one. Cool. So we'll bank this last 2 and save up for the nothing left to lose.
Yeah.
All right, step 2. Give a few seconds for everybody watching at home. It's a good time for everybody. All right, upgrade 6. We'll assume once again we've lost a flare.
Yeah.
Using 1 of those per game is pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah, like even if we're just shooting it at something and we're well connected, we have so much money.
What's that one asset as well? Like no, we don't need it. The only thing we're exiling is our flares.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 4 of our 8s. We can get another nothing left to lose as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, let's drop the luckies here as well.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty fair. Like, they're really good until we get our engine online, but
even then, like, just being able to make 2 tests at like yeah, you're like, what? Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. And you got the perseverance if things slip through.
You can, yeah, like you can only control one well connected at a time, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah.
But that's okay. It's an asset, so we can discard cards from our hand to ready it if, like, once we're like full build. Yeah. We can fire it twice a turn if we need to.
Like, this looks pretty full build to me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, no, sorry. I mean, like, in game, once we're full build, like, we've had the David for a while. We've piled up a giant stack of resources. We've got our well connected.
Yeah, the only cards here that I think are like not great are like the Stray Cats, and like
they're just
here to kill David if you need to.
Yeah, like they're here to pitch our David, but also to facilitate. Like, we need an ally that we can pick up with calling in favors.
Mm-hmm.
And this one doesn't really. It has like almost no cost to being put into play.
Yeah.
So, like,
I also love just the inclusion of Temp Fate as well, just because of the flavor like this deck has. Like, you're really like, your teammates are gonna be watching you, being like, you have how much Doom in play?
Yeah, you're just like, don't worry about it. I'm only maybe gonna kill us.
Yeah. So then, honestly, as well, like, you assuming you get more experience, you're in red. You're gonna be doing your flares. You can like, there's not much else like you do.
Yeah, we could buy things like brute force.
Yeah.
Like cards from that cycle.
Mm-hmm. But I think at this point now you're kind of just like in that red position where you're like, all right, I'm done. Like, you also could, if you really wanted to.
Yeah, man. Like, don't spend, if you're watching this, don't spend your money on boring ass skills like brute force. Buy something sick like a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could buy a weapon.
The chainsaw's pretty cool.
Yeah. As well as if you're like really worried about the flare, you could just buy like the thing that replaces exile cards when you're like sitting on your freaking experience, being like, what the heck do I buy? Right.
Yeah.
You also can do that one red card as well.
You could like throw a random fortune or fate into your deck.
Yeah. Like, and then also like there's the permanent card that like makes your skill tests harder because you don't give a shit. You can just get that for fun to flex on your other players and being like, this card doesn't do anything. I just wasted experience on it.
Yeah, like, you could also look at like maybe Grizzly Totem instead of the Nightmare Bauble if you really wanted to make sure that you're getting use out of your Inspiring Presence and Resourceful.
Mm-hmm.
You play Miss Doyle if you like forcing your teammates watch you dig through your deck every turn when you play her, and then like you use one of the cats, and then play Calling in Flavor to pick her up, and then you have to go through your deck and pull all the cats out.
Yeah.
And then you play her again the next turn.
Oh no.
At this point now, like, the goal of the deck, which is spin David a bunch and then use the money for well connected, is done. So
like we could buy like under boring buys. We could also grab like Scrapper, the permanent one, and then we just like always have something we can do with the money in case we don't find well connected.
That's definitely. Actually, Scrapper is probably the choice here for your next upgrade, just so you have another money sink.
Yeah, you just have a fail safe in case you can't dig out your well connected.
But that's a Beyblade Pete. If this one does get in our playthrough, I'm interested to see how many times we can make David spin.
I got one more suggestion here.
Sure.
For like trying to find the pieces you're well connected in your David, you could also, if you're concerned about that, you could play Lucky Rabbit's Foot level 3. And just slam your face into like book tests and stuff, and to fail by enough that you get to look for cards in your deck.
Yep, definitely. That would be a good.
True.
That'd be a good pickup too.
It does take up the necklace slot, but that's not the worst thing that could ever happen to you. You could very easily be playing like you Catastrophes instead of the Nightmare Bubble.
Yeah.
You can always play Treasure Heart too, or whatever it's called. If you
Relic Hunter, easily.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd recommend Relic Hunter for this too, just because getting both these out would be nice. And then if you have the Rabbit's Foot, which I think is also a good inclusion. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this was a good one. I like this one. It's not quite. It's a little on the wacky side, but
just a little bit. If one of your teammates has that prophesy card in their deck, you can make that always worth infinite wild tokens. Always.
You're like David at 6.
How much do you need? I don't care.
It's and also like as we were saying, even though it's wacky, like worst case scenario, you just have Duke. Like
you're just Duke.
Yeah, you're just Duke. Like that's pretty sweet.
One other cool thing that we can do is if David's got too much Doom on him and we don't currently have a way to get rid of him, you can fire a flare to try and find an ally.
Yeah, a panic flare.
And then dump that ally into play and have David die.
Yeah, the only thing you don't want for this deck is if you're filling up spaces, don't get a charisma. That'll really...
Yeah, that'll make things hard.
Yeah, very hard.
Yeah. It's not very often we're like, don't buy charisma, but don't.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you guys next week. As always, keep your deck recommendations coming. We, I don't know if we've said it, but our plan for this is when we get enough... Get out of here, fire truck! The plan is here when we get enough that we're going to do the Dream Eaters cycle, where we're going to get 2 decks. Like so, because we have to play 6 decks for that, so that's great for cutting through this series. So keep them coming. We're going to keep making them, and then we're going to have like a climax where we play them in a series. It should be a good time. Bye!